It sure has been a minute, hasn't it? I bid everyone here good evening. Now, you may be under the impression that I've done this before. I've not only played Spyro 3 before, but I've done it Moneybagsless. Now you of course would be wrong and stupid and absolutely off your rocker to think so. However, I forgive you for such a simple human error. I for one cannot relate. Yeah, I just really wanted to do this because it's kind of a fun gimmick, although there's like 3 gimmicky parts to it, but we can always have a little bit of extra fun on the way, even unnecessary fun. I've been studying a lot of the speedrun trickery as well as finding my own shit, and I feel like I can kind of reinvent the wheel a little bit here, so to say. So yeah, I don't know what this 1% save file is for, or... No, I actually do know what it is, okay. This save game is already in use. Do you wish to overwrite it? I didn't know there would be a test. Of course, since it's a Moneybagsless run, we're gonna pick the man's icon. It's kinda like if you're an anti-Nazi party, you wanna put this swastika as your logo. It's kind of just a rule. I don't make the rules, buddy, sorry. Can you share this? I wanna make everybody who doesn't join this stream feel bad.
Capture the eggs, Your Highness. Every last
Is
one.
there a way to copy-paste the gosh darn link?
Maybe you will amount to something after all.
Maybe you'll amount to something after all, you fiend, you scoundrel, you scallywag, you foul.
Where are the eggs?
The holes came out on the other side of the Dragon Worlds. We found some of the eggs, but they were too heavy to carry back.
Other side of the world? The Forgotten Worlds. Spyro, you'll have to go. Nobody else can fit down the holes. Yeah, come on, let's go!
We're not gonna witness this guy getting his skull crushed by a foot. By a Tootsie. It's just too graphic and there are kids watching. Says the man with literally no one watching. Not a kid. Not a adult. Not a soul. And not a witness. Yeah, so we're gonna just empty out all of Sunrise Spring as usual. It's kind of mandatory. It's like, it's part of the routine. You know the shtick. You know the gosh darn shtick. If you join a Spyro stream expecting the guy not to empty out Sunrise Spring, then it's probably not an S-Blank G stream. In which case, I question your sense of loyalty. You ought to dedicate your entire goddamn YouTube experience to just watching S-Blank G. Otherwise, we are not friends. Now, wasn't that charming and adorable? I, for one, am a changed man. Ooh, one up. Hey, Sparks, about a little feast for you. It's a good thing I panned away from that, because that was graphic, man. Butterfly just got completely crushed by the jaw of Sparks. I just did Bianca skip on accident. Hold on, can I partake in some shenanigans here? I'm not gonna reset. Okay, I failed the shenanigans. You see, you can make Bianca's pawn without actually talking to her. And she'll basically just wait for you to talk to her, and if you go to a level, she just disappears. And she'll come back if you hit the trigger again. It's not useful in speedruns, because whenever you get around to exiting Sunny Villa, which you have to do when you beat Sunny Villa, which you also have to do because you have to beat Sunny Villa in order to beat the game, you're forced into the cutscene anyway, so you might as well get it out of the way early on. It's kind of a waste to pretend that you can skip talking to she's like a Jehovah's Witness. She does not relent. No matter what you do, you cannot get away from that exchange. Just gotta be like, yeah, I'm kind of in between gods right now, so yeah, I would love to otherwise, but it's kind of complicated. I want to do a 180. There we go. Come on, Sparks. Oh, good thing I was forced into this interaction. I wouldn't have otherwise. Hunter, your butt fumes almost made me fall down. Oh! I'm gonna give this shit one try. Okay, well, I literally missed a portal, so that doesn't count. That wasn't the one. That wasn't the one try. See, one in my culture actually means different thing than what you're used to. Okay, this is about the most pathetic one try. Okay. You gotta admit, that was like close. Damn near got it that time. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do the waterfall method so for when I inevitably refuse to pay money back to enter Sheila's Alp. The waterfall method is just something I'm way more consistent at. Yeah, I'm kind of like a speedrunner of sorts. Kinda. Never speedrun anything in my life. Other than down the stairs when Mom says she made tater tots. That's how you end up cracking your neck too. It's kind of coincidental how those two are one and the same. Hold on. Has anyone seen cracking your neck and Mom making tater tots in the same room at the same time? Really makes you think that one. Wasn't Liam the one who cried? Good thing I didn't publish his tantrum. It can be very traumatic for a child to be publicly humiliated on the internet for having a simple temper tantrum, so I'm kind of like a psychologist of sorts. Gotta like understand this whole growing up business. Now I know what you may be thinking. Hold on, this streamer isn't not paying money backs at all. In fact, he's doing anything but not paying money backs right now. I'll get around to it. I need to it's a process. That takes forever.
Wow, that sign seemingly doesn't have any text to it at all. Yet, I read something there.
Yeah, there we go. Spyro's concussed. Well, he's been concussed for a long time. If you just... The average playthrough gets bonked so many times that he's not gonna have a brain left by the end of Spyro 2 even, let alone by the start of Spyro 3. There's nothing going on in there. If you do an extreme close-up of Spyro in Spyro 1, he just has this very dopey look to him. It's almost... It's kind of hard to replicate. But if you set the camera in a way where it's really zoomed in on his face, just has this very dopey smile to him in Spyro 1 that's just absolutely hilarious. I have no reason to do this other than ego. Well, I didn't even get the wall glide, so... You have to admit that that was very close. I damn near got it. Okay, so what gems have I still missed? Probably the cave, since I kinda left that place. So let's do the cave. Actually, I can collect... Yeah, I didn't even wanna be there anyway. Stupid cave. So I'm gonna do the glide first. Then I'm gonna concern myself with collecting the doubloons at the bottom of it. Me. Okay. Gem. Now I haven't been counting, so I have no idea if I'm on track to actually 100%ing this, or if I'm gonna endure the humiliation of having to run around back and forth looking for one red gem for all eternity. For that is what life is truly all about. Okay, we got incredibly lucky in that department.
This is a
Oh, that's what it's for. I thought it was a butt scratcher.
Okay, and now for some shenanigans. So you kinda wanna be facing just a touch to the left of it, while Spyro's tail is basically barely pierced by that leaf there. Well, ain't nothing to it but to do it. I mean, that was basically it, like, you have to give me that one. I basically nailed it. Okay, the last time I did this it took me like 20 minutes, so... Brace yourself for some highbrow entertainment. Of a dumbass running at a waterfall. That's a staple of my Spyro 3 playthroughs anyway. Spyro... Dumbass running at a waterfall for 10 hours straight. It's like... mandatory. A little bit more to the... well... used to be right. And you want Spyro's tail pierced. Barely. A little bit backwards, actually. This is too much to the left. Okay, well. Fuck you too, I guess. Didn't even want a stupid swim in there anyway. Stupid. I'm blending a goddamn dog real soon. Gonna do it. Way behind. Okay, we're aptly forward, but I feel like we're not facing it properly. That looks kinda right. You're gonna cock me like this in front of everyone? All 0 of my viewers? Let's try more towards the center of the lever. And I did this in like 3 tries when I was doing it off camera, so yeah, some highbrow entertainment is to be had by all. I actually learned the other method of doing the swim in there, and I'm less consistent at that, so... Let me put it like this. Not before I hit the bargaining stage. I just really don't like the idea of the VOD being like 10 hours long because of this. I'm gonna put a goddamn timestamp in there, so all the morons watching will be like, I don't wanna watch this, kinda boring, bro. 6-7, 6-7. Funniest shit I've ever seen, bro. I'm really about to get you a cucina, boy. Okay, let's see now. Gonna be behind just a touch. Okay, he's not going behind, so I'm just gonna walk all the way. That does not seem left enough. I'm gonna put my balls in a waffle iron real soon. It almost feels more sensible to just start YOLOing it. It would get me more attempts in. Instead of this goddamn 10 hours till heartbreak. Come on, I know you wanna let me win. I'll start blaming the Puerto Ricans real soon. Way more to the left on the leaf. Except now I'm too forward. No. So more to the left than that, I take it. I mean, it could be literally anything. The sky was too blue. It's even more annoying by the fact that I thought I fucking got consistent at this, and it's just... There's no such thing as muscle memory. It's all a lie. You wanna get good at something, keep dreaming, buddy. I'm too forward. So not only am I not getting another try at this, more to the left than that. Maybe if there is a god. Okay, there is not. Just all faith is gone. No, I failed a trick once, so my faith, there it goes. I don't even fucking care at this point. I'm desensitized to failure and disappointment and pain and suffering at this point. Someone's dog is being blended today, I'm just telling you that much. And safe stating kinda goes against the spirit of this challenge too, so it would speed things up a whole lot. I wouldn't have to run up the goddamn hill every time I do the walk of shame. Thank fucking you. Your contributions will not fucking go unnoted. You can tell how happy I am because I'm fucking expressing it. So where's the portal? Drake, where's the door hold? It's right there, see, I drew it at the magic marker. Supposed to cut it with the power saw. Dude, I'm gonna!
Thanks again, Spyro. Now I have to find out what that nasty sorceress is.
Nasty sorceress. I'm just glad to be free from this turmoil. Eternal pain and suffering. And humiliation. Which are it's kind of an umbrella. Like, humiliation is kind of mental pain, so differentiating them is kind of unnecessary on that account.
Wow, I didn't know. See, I was all this time just trying to shove the controller up my ass and kind of bouncing on my chair up and down, hoping something would happen in game. Never mind, I'm the dumbass.
Give me the don't be a goddamn hero now, Billy. Did you miss me? Million more.
That really destroyed my throat. Way more than when the Denver Broncos are in town.
Oh, you want the smoke, huh? Well, you're the punch. You in the puncher, you scoundrel.
Okay, I didn't need a tailbone anyway. Kinda overrated. no conception of if I've collected everything on my way up here. But this asshole's gonna get smoked. Okay, he may have gotten a hit in, but that's not a reflection of my ability or prowess. In fact, it's a positive. See, I see taking damage as an opportunity. I mean, I was parodying the Roblox CEO, but that's basically just all of LinkedIn. I shit my pants yesterday in the middle of a meeting. Here's what it taught me about perseverance. Like, you could not waterboard that information out of me, and that fucker is on LinkedIn trying to frame it a positive. And then when people make fun of him for it, he just blames everyone else. People are so toxic, man. Can't even tell my story about shitting my pants and trying to frame it as a positive without being made fun of for it. So they're jealous. They're jealous of me shitting my pants, that's it. They will never understand what it's like to have a loose colon at age 39. I mean, that's also just kind of self-help YouTubers too. Like, they try to frame all their mistakes as part of the process of improving yourself, like. Okay, so I had a phase where I was doing drugs in a bad crowd. I think every young guy would benefit from going through something like that. No, you just... It's kinda like the crab bucket mentality. I mean, I don't actually believe it's real to the extent people think it is. But there definitely is, like, among toxic people specifically, this mentality of I need to drag others down with me, and that's kind of what projection is about anyway.
Thanks for the help.
None. It's actually 10 PM right now, so it's very high likely that
Wow.
individuals in my vicinity are attempting to sleep at this time. And I wish to not be responsible for their awakening. I mean, I can always switch to my ASMR voice. Good evening. Please go up. Spare me from this humiliation at once. Ja, dankeschön, mein Freund. And up I go. Okay. If one of these is a red, I'm shooting a dog. Okay, the dog shall be spared. We are leaving. A very tasty sip indeed. Sheila actually stays in that cage if you leave Sheila's out. I thought there were two for a second, but I guess I must just seen sparks, that's why I was laughing. I did laugh, thumbs up if you get the joke. I'm just checking my notifications real quick, in case there's something actually important. No, but there never is. We all kid ourselves when we wanna see if there's anything important. Hey dude, I'm back. Okay, well, I mean, that's kind of a jump. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do. Everyone knows. Okay, I guess I fucked it up. I mean, I can try again as long as I don't collect that gem. You know what? It is time for redemption. Down I go. So I should spawn right next to the guy. Hey fella. Okay, so now I will make triple sure that the angle is absolutely correct. There we go.
Inflation complete.
Isn't that a neat little tidbit? Aren't you thoroughly entertained? Ow, my head, now my brain, no more, no good, no more. And here I was trying to use my noggin for a thought or two. Okay, up I go. Yeah, let's do this shit. I could have done it the swaggy way by jumping off of one of those rhinos, but no, the fate was not on my side in that department. And I find myself very inconvenienced by that factor. I'm just hoping to every named deity in human history that I can get bar proxy at least relatively quickly, instead of enduring the massive humiliation of having to try over and over again. Well, that was kind of close, actually. I mean, I kinda interacted with the hitbox. Okay. I mean, I guess it's kind of a bad glitch, so it's like kind of bad to actually show it off on YouTube. Like, you can get 10 years minimum for that shit. Doing a proxy on the internet. I mean, the odds of nailing something on the first try when you're not really consistent at it anyway. I mean, that was a jump. Plus, there's just pressure and all that jazz. And having to be entertaining at the same time, so it's kind of a multitude of factors that are cocking me. Putting my balls in a salad mixer. Okay, so that guy's gonna run at me.
That big rhino is gonna shove that goddamn chicken leg up your ass.
Ow, my noggin. Once. Okay. Good thing I didn't hit it even goddamn once, so nobody gets the illusion that I'm any good at this game. Let's at least do it at an angle where... It's rigged. It's rigged. There's no other explanation. I just hate not looking cool in front of all my peers. We're gonna go do Sheila's shenanigans. And since we unlocked her, we don't have to do the tedious route.
Hey, Spyro.
Seems based on my current track record, there's a heavy chance I would just die like 3 times on my way there anyway. And I can only handle so much humiliation in one afternoon. Which is extra bad because it's not even afternoon right now.
That's what I feel about small animals, bitch.
I rarely use the B word. It's not even necessarily that, oh, it's a very bad word, it just kind of feels weird to say it, because I usually don't use it. I'ma give your noggin a little scramble. There you go. Remember, brain cells? Well, you're not gonna. I mean, a kangaroo kick to the stomach. It's not necessarily lethal, but it's probably gonna knock all your wind out. And if it's followed by a kick to the head after you fall down to your knees, I think there's a case to be made that you're not gonna be alive for too long in that particular hypothetical situation.
thumbs up if you're intrigued by that fact.
I think I have an inkling of what that guy's plan is. Okay, so unavoidable bit of damage, good to know. The game is inherently rigged against me.
Fuck you guys. You're not my real friends. No real friend of mine would hit me in the stomach with a pole. A beam, if you will.
No, you won't? Okay. Well, I guess that kind of makes this interaction kind of awkward. Now the question remains, will I be spared from the humiliation of having to come back here because I missed one red gem in the most remote corner of the remote corner that is the Sheila mission?
Those are life's big questions, ones we will not get the answer to until due time.
Also, that Rhinox flew off of the other Rhinox hitbox.
Into the stratosphere with him, how peculiar.
Jump off, will you? Thank you, bucko.
What? Marco sent you? I sued him for marriage fraud. On 3 accounts.
Okay. Is there a goddamn gem? A goddamn gem? It is not a goddamn gem. I'm not actually sure if you can proxy off of those frogs, which I would find weird because I'm pretty sure those are the same frogs they use in Spyro 2. And in that one it is possible to proxy off of those frogs. Okay, well I'm just casually gonna do this. Yep.
Thank you.
And this is what we in the business refer to as a soft lock. I mean, I can do the skateboarding, but I gotta do the rest of the level without leaving. Okay, well, let's do the skateboarding.
Hi, Spyro.
Spyro! Wanna see how deep up my ass I can shove this skateboard? It's like totally in there, dude. Is that blood coming out of my mouth? Yo, Spyro. Gotta call the ambulance and shit, man. I'm seeing the light.
Up I go, and down I go. A little flip.
Now come in, warrior.
Oh, you thought you could lift this down? How peculiar. And you have been smoked. And your friend is up next. You thought you would be spared. You are but a fool, a baboon, an idiot, if you will. Oh, okay. Okay, and that guy has apparently respawned. He disappeared briefly. Okay, so let's do the cycle of shame.
Get smoked, loser.
So that guy is still alive. There are 2 of these fuckers roaming around on my watch. Now, as they say, not for long.
Hey man, you're just kind of making some of the other patrons uncomfortable, so like I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. Sorry dude, it's not... It's just I'm looking for the best outcome for everyone here, and it happens to be a mostly unanimous vote of several people against you. This is like a hard challenge, it's like taking me 9 billion tries to nail this shit. Get smoked. And now you. Okay, well I just got the highest goddamn jump. Thank you, Sparks, you are being very useful at this time. That sounds sarcastic. And that's because it is. It wasn't actually intended to be sarcastic, but I just wanted to use the setup. Because jokes are funny. So there's the upper path. And a big old jamboree over here. Hey man. Okay, I guess the X button is a social construct anyway. That was kind of a risky descent. But it ended up panning out in my favor. And I am free to roam the streets despite my evil ways. Is there a universe in which that humiliation doesn't precede me? You have been defeated by the likes of me. Fuck you, Daisy, you're not gonna get far. Your birth is not to be witnessed by anyone. Okay, it's very easy to miss stuff in this particular location. Now let me get this board on my operation. Bonk. Okay, let me take the scenic route. Okay, let me take the scenic route. Thank you. Now everyone and everyone related to everyone is dead. Now you may consider that redundant. I'm gonna need to come up with a counter argument, so just bear with me. Let me check the upper location. Actually, first this little cove. I will do a couple of check arunis, just to make sure that no gem is to be left behind. Okay. No, I have the menu twice. Hold on. Oh, apparently the skateboard somehow opens the gate. I've never seen that before. Okay, well I didn't even go for a proxy there. I'm a failure. A sham. Boing. Doesn't that constitute that as sexual assault, basically? Bonking him on the bottom like that? It said 405 out of 400 for a second there. I did not know you could break the level complete screen like that with this set of shenanigans. So I'm missing a red gem, as one might expect. Oh, the hilarity. I refuse to endure the humiliation of checking the Sheila zone. Just yet. Is that a glimmer right there? No, it's just Counselor George. Okay, well I'm fairly certain I emptied out the skateboard area, so... Just check the other side of these. No. Absolutely no property is to be found. Fine, I'll bite the goddamn bullet. Isn't this fun? Okay, not on that particular step. Fuck you, Frog, this is all your fault. Please jump. I wish not to endure this humiliation any longer. Not down here. Okay, danke schön, mein Freund. Please jump. Check this step just in case. Okay, it really looks like I did empty this place out after all. So now it's starting to look like I did leave a red gem in the skateboard area, which is always a fun revelation for a person to have, under any and all circumstances. Who doesn't love a dumbass running in circles, chasing his tail? Okay, we shall leave. That's just Zoe. Don't nobody care about Zoe. And I will not get a tutorial on auto saving from you. I do not consent to such. Okay. Some bits of the chicken kinda looked like it could have been a gem. Okay. Now this is like so fun. I did do those little steps. These are the circumstances in which I kinda just wish I knew this game like the back of my hand. Or maybe it's just the expectations I place upon myself, ones that can be never met. For the expectations rise as time goes on. That was kinda interesting. I was very curious to see if that would have left to a plummeting or not. Apparently that's a single spin right. You learn something new every day. If I'm rewatching this VOD, I'm seeing it like 20 minutes before I actually find it in the stream. I'm gonna cry even more. Okay, I think we can establish that it literally cannot be there. It is impossible in every way, shape and form for the gem to be in that area. So it has to just be lying about somewhere in the main hub. Natalie Sunnyvilla happens to be one of my favorite songs from the game, so it's not like complete agony. It is complete agony from everyone watching, but there aren't too many of those. I suppose I can do a double, triple and quadruple check of this place too. Okay, well that is unfortunate. Also, I still have yet to find out if you can get a swim inner off of that waterfall or not. I know it's probably not useful in any way, but I still want to know if it's possible. Yeah, 425, and the duped gems were 26, so... It's just, you'd think I'd know these maps good enough to find a missing gem fast.
but I'm still doomed to roam these goddamn lands for years. Moneybags is a loser anyway. He's a hustler, dude. Hey, wouldn't you lock a door and be like, "Yeah, you gotta pay me like $100 to make me let you through this"? I mean, you'd probably get a punch in the face, but I feel like that's just it's part of the grind. You could then go on LinkedIn and be like, "I just got punched in the face. This is what it taught me about perseverance." I mean, there was that one moron who bragged about killing a dog in her book, so it's not that far-fetched. You can brag about literally anything. Okay, I was sure that the red gem couldn't have been there. No, I've checked that place like 10,000 times already. So a part of me is kind of wondering if the 10,000th and the first time is really worth it. Fair, he lives with dragons, do what you gotta do. Well, to be fair, Spyro is the only dragon in the Forgotten Worlds, as well as Avalar. You brought a dragon to Avalar? Was Rito's reaction to Spyro's arrival. There we go, a double twisted lime. Ow, my head is now mushy. Now the question is, what are the odds that the gem exists in the same realm as I am currently? I feel like I'm playing I Spy with my little eye. Is it something real? Is it something existent? Is it something that has a physical location in the space-time continuum? There aren't any gems up there. This game was made by babies for babies, so there's no way they put a gem up there. Okay, that for a second looked like the glimmer of a gem, but the mind starts playing tricks on you when you go through enough agony. Pain and agony and suffering and torment. Oh, my hand. No, my knee is scraped. Okay, well, turns out I didn't check each and every single one of those. We have successfully 102% at Sunny Villa. And we may finally leave this corridor of eternal pain. Exit level. The second warning. Now, wasn't that imposing? I for sure am imposed. Me thinks it's Cloud Spire's time next. Do you like the original or Reignited more? Or regional exponentially more? Reignited just has a bunch of those little things wrong with it. And while the graphics are better in a lot of aspects, they also kind of rushed with 2 and 3, which culminates in literally everything and everyone having teeth. And some of those Spyro 3 models in Reignited are downright uncanny. Like the pandas in Bamboo Terrace, for example. But even worse so, somebody pointed out in a Discord server that I am in, the whale in Evening Lake is actually scary. It looks more like a Muppet in the original, and in Reignited it's just a Lovecraftian being. I'm gonna go through this swaggy route. Okay, well, into the pit with me. Now, my mom raised a fighter, is what I say to every waiter who kinda looks at me funny. See, if I didn't curve like that, I would actually have somewhat of a shot at this. Okay, you cannot get on that platform on the first cycle. It's part of the humiliation ritual. Okay, now I'm gonna actually properly angle myself. I'm gonna take 3 to 5 business days to really set this up. Oh, come on. Killing a dog real soon. Okay, we're gonna do the pussy route then.
It's my wings.
I have no idea what the polygon is, so there's still a chance I die here. Okay, I didn't. Come on, go in, go on. Don't be a hero now. This is one of those places that are kind of a nightmare to collect everything in. Since it's so easy to leave one red gem in some obscure corner that even the devs don't know about the existence of, but somehow there's a gem there anyway. Well, to be fair, the devs don't remember anything about this game anyway. So it's not actually that unrealistic for them to have forgotten about some gem locations. Considering there are 20,000 of them. Well, not locations, but 20,000 individual gems. Don't you woo me. I'm doing the best I can, goddammit. Cannot even pronounce shit no more. So I did leave a little base here. Now, if we are to go by the laws of logic, I did just collect everything. Okay, well that's the first time in a couple years I've let one of those buddos despawn. Go forth, you. Come on, go on. Don't be a hero. I should have watched that cutscene. Okay, Lulu. I'm gonna watch this cutscene for compensation. Yeah, fuck it, I'll do a run of shame right now so I don't have to do it later. Just so I can prove that some foul play is afoot if a gem is left here anyway. Okay, exit area. We will talk to this fuckeret. Get the end of the level egg. I almost got smoked just then and there. That would have been quite the humiliation, I tell you what. Get smoked, get smoked, get smoked. I'm not gonna leave you out of the equation. Screw you. And to hell with you. There we go, that was an efficient round. Let's watch the funny cloud cutscene to make up for the sun cutscene. Oh god damn it, it's raining again. Okay, well if he would have flamed right there, that would have been a pretty fast kill. But of course... Okay. That cutscene really didn't want to be skipped. No, I swear you want to see this. Bonk. Fun fact, Bryan Cranston actually voiced that little dragon, that's why his name was Brian. Now you may be thinking, but that dragon doesn't have any lines. Yeah. They got like 10 full minutes of room tone with Bryan Cranston just standing in the studio. Are you sure you don't want me to say anything? Shh! Your character is mute. It's a baby. Now this is the type of area that I absolutely can leave gems in, so I'm gonna do multiple rounds. To really strip this game of any gaslighting methods. You're not gonna pull a fast one on my eyes, I tell you. God damn you fool. You foul heathen, you fiend. Okay. As much as I love that purple that I gotta bounce since you're not paying Mr. Bags, if that is his real name, well I bid you farewell, Nomad, and I thank you for hanging out in the stream. Everyone loves that purple dude. There we go. Just smoke moron. Claire. Oh my god, the game's gone woke. I almost got humiliated there. Alright, see, this platform was initially a concern for me when I was first routing this particular thing. See, this is the very place Moneybags is guarding here. And that is one of the only ways you can get here without paying him. There are two as far as I know. Well, technically three if you count a very elaborate cast proxy. But that way is like... You can almost call that one task only, since it's largely about luck of you actually landing in the correct spot, since cast proxy flings you to the stratosphere. And I say that as an exaggeration about all proxies, that they fling you to the stratosphere. Cast proxy actually flunks you like thousands upon thousands of units into the air, like it might take you full minutes to fall all the way back down. Now I for one haven't even nailed cast proxy ever. I should probably learn it because it's kind of a cool trick to show off to your normie friends who haven't played video games ever. Stephanie. That's all eggs. Still a bunch of gems. Would that be 28 gems in total? No, 128. No, I can't even count that high. I mean, there is the entire first half of the level to account for, so I guess that makes sense. See, from previous playthroughs, I do remember these gems now. I have spent some time looking for those in other timelines. Okay, the game just lag spiked. I'm guessing it's because there are so many enemies on screen. Okay, there is still the start of the level, which is over there. Airstrike. Hey, you shouldn't do that to somebody you would call a friend, a lover, an acquaintance. No, come here, you all. Nuh-uh. You're not gonna get off that easy, you fiend, you scoundrel. get smoked. And we are roughly 29 gems away from salvation. How the Catholic Church worked back in the Middle Ages. Ah, it appears you have sinned. Pay me some money. Now, God actually said that, like, you gotta give me specifically money, and that's how you get forgiven for your sins. I don't make the rules, dude. I'm sorry. Are there any gems up on that platform, since that is a location that I have not visited? There are not, but I found the final one anyway. How peculiar. Level complete. So 2 more levels left for me to partake in the fun of. I also learned a new proxy involving the little shell dudes in Seashell Shore. So I hope I can nail that at least once. Now what is mandatory is for me to nail a boar proxy, which is potentially going to take me a couple tries. A man can always dream. But I'm prepared for this to take even 10 minutes. Okay, that was a very clutched. Hello, Klelb4901. That's actually a pretty common name. It's like every baby and their mother has been named that at one point. Now I do have a hunch as to who you are, actually. Just based on your profile picture. But I'm not gonna dox you. For that would be irresponsible. Okay, and now we are here to catch up to this little loser over here. Now come here, buddy warrior. You're the punch you in the puncher, you sconcer, you scallywag, you. It's actually good, because I do need to empty out this track. So while it is humiliating that I have to run... Ai mitä? Onks toi joku lohi? Käärmepeli? Toivottavasti kuka ikinä keksi tän paskan, sai patkut ja ikuisen pattikiellon koko teollisuuteen. For anyone confused about that, I was speaking Cantonese. Kermit. Now they did not make this guy out to look like a frog, which is a huge missed opportunity. Bonk. Now I am concussed. But I genuinely didn't anticipate getting boar proxy on the very first try. It was a little small jump, but it ended up panning out in the end. I'm definitely gonna brag about that to everyone I know, both in real life and on the internet, and even people I don't know. Random guy in the street. Hey, what is this something cool? Now here is where things get peculiar. Oh, it didn't force me into the text box actually. Sometimes it does. So this is the next little thing we gotta do. Ow, I am humiliated. Jos mä näkisin ton karhun, mä varmaan hakkaisin sen. Sen takia mä en maksa sille pennin pyöryläistä. Se on se mielenkiintoinen osa tässä. Sen on tarkoitus olla semmonen tsekki sille, että sä keräät näitä timantteja tässä pelissä. Silleen, että sulla pitää olla tarpeeksi maksaaksesi sille. Mut joka ikisen instanssin pystyy skipata, jos käyttää vaan oikeata glitchiä oikeassa paikassa. Ja sen takia tää on mun gimmick run. Pelata koko peli läpi ilman, että mä maksan sille pennin pyöryläistä. To any non-Finnish viewers of mine, that was actually the Communist Manifesto in Cantonese. So where's that crack in the wall? How dare you! You have no idea how humiliated I feel. Okay, let me just fly off of that egg, Luna. Get smoked, moron. I do not wish to get flayed. On noi kapitalistit paskoi. Mä tekisin mommunismi toho, että mä saisin kaiken ilmaiseksi. Sit robotit vois tehdä kaikki työt, niin ihmiset voi palata tekemään taidetta. Hei, miksi robotit tekee taidetta? Ei tässä näin pitänyt tapahtua. Okay, let me get this head. So, no head. Thumbs up if you got the joke. Hint, hint. It's a sex joke. Yeah, not for the young among my audience. Now these birds do come back, but I do get to enjoy the satisfaction of smoking them and their entire bloodline at least once. Robotti olisi kyllä paha. Tykkään tästä, miten tässä vaan niinku... Se on melkein vaan niinku epämääräinen viittaus johonkin 10 vuotta vanhaan Inside-vitsiin. Ois kyllä niin pelottava, jos se tekis Rorista semmosen Terminator-robotin. Mä kyllä ainakin pelkäisin. Se muuttuu vaan hauskemmaksi, kun se sanoo tommosen uhkaavan äänensävyn. Okay, so this head is next. It's kind of a brain teaser to switch back and forth between Finnish and English. Joo, se syy miksi mä puhun englantia on just koska tästä kuitenkin jää se tallenne mun kanavalle, niin mä selostan englanniksi niille ihmisille, jotka ei ymmärrä Kantonin Kiinaa. Okay, well, my bottom is now really burnt. Ow, my footsies. Is there a balloon up here? So where is the final noggin that I have to attach? That's not a word that should have the past tense. Hei, miss kaikki on? Mä oon paha mies. Haluan hakata jonkun. Toi line pitää pistää apokalyptiseen taivaaseen. Se oli Amadeus. Hän kuulutti aivan kaikkien kuullen. Hei, miss kaikki on? Mä oon paha mies. Mä haluun hakata jonkun. Tällöin minä olin peloissani. Voi ei, minä sanoin. Sitten minä muistin minun vanhempani
Ja itkin ainakin 2 minuuttia. Sydämeni täytti pohjaton kaipuu.
Seriously though, where is that goddamn noggin? Finally, I have located it. Yeah, it's just easier if I smoke the birds here. Take this egg. Ryan? That's not even a real name. Yeah, I'm gonna do a gem check, because I do not trust that I have collected literally everything on the first go. That is how you get smoked by circumstances. Why am I putting on the strong accent? I already have a strong accent and I'm here doubling down. It's the balloons that are the biggest blind spot here, potentially. Ow. My noggin. Ah, screw it, I'm leaving. Need to collect some other stuff. Hi, Mound. Here, take this egg. Ain't nobody give a fuck about your birth. Airstrike! Bomb them! Hey, man. Tää peli on kyllä ihan liian väkivaltainen. Pitäis kieltää. Pitäräihu. Horsu. No, Norsu. See, I haven't read Russian in a hot minute, so I actually cannot even pronounce the letters. Mä oon oikeesti varmaan unohtanut jotain kyrillisistä aakkosista. Ne palaa takaisin aika nopeasti, kun mä altistun niille taas, mutta... Pidarajuz Norsu. Missä sinä näet Norsun? Nyt sinä huijaat minua jotta. For anyone concerned, this individual is not speaking actual Russian even. I don't know, I just love the idea of somebody who is a complete outsider stumbling onto these crackhead jokes. It's just a funny prospect. Puh. Perkele. Minä olen suomalainen ihminen. Synnyin Suomessa ja minä puhun suomea. Suomalaisia on vain 5.
Be sure to keep your friend Sparks.
This is like a language clusterfuck. It's actually very hard to keep up with all these languages because I'm still trying to speak English for the general audience. But at the same time, I just have to keep up with chat. And now that person in chat is speaking Finnish, but with Cyrillic alphabet. So it's like 5 layers of confusion here for no reason. And I'm honestly kinda here for it. 2025! Hyvää uutta vuotta 2012. That wasn't even Russian. Ei ollut edes hyvä venäläinen aksentti rehellisesti sanoen. I'm not real human, no worry. It's just ChatGPT in chat. Chatbot. Hei! Mitä hyvää? Okay, into the lava pit with my bottom. So I'm missing a red gem. And I'm really hoping and praying that I didn't leave it in the Egg Thief Lounge. Because the only way to rectify that is to leave the entire level and try to get Ore Proxy again. And that could be another 10 minutes of me trying again and again. Okay, let's check the bird mission again. Okay. I don't even wanna stand on that stupid platform. Oletteko venäläisiä? Nie, по-русски. I tried to play famous game. Gothic. Mitä peliä? Hop. Now please be in here. Ita so dark and hardcore but too old. Soon they will. Työstääkö ne oikeesti remasteria vai onko tämä vain spekulaatiota? Okay, thank every deity ever named by a human being. I don't know why I'm reading chat messages with an accent. Oh, 2026. Kunhan se on hyvä. Joo, ne tekee, okei. Okay. Might gotta Google that just to see what that IP is. Taas mä vaihdan kieltä kesken kaiken. Mun aivoja ei ole rakennettu tämmöiseen Gothic Game 2001. PC. It's a Windows CD apparently. And it is on Steam. Okay, definitely looks like an old-timey PC game. Mut jos se on remaster eikä remake, niin sinne silti käyttää samoja grafiikoita. Ja remasterit hyvin usein on aika pulasia, kämäsiä. Yay! Let's go. So there are no moneyback shenanigans here. Ne muuttaa kaiken. Onko se sitten remake? Kuulemma. Koska remake on se, että ne tekee koko homman alusta alkaen. Kun taas remaster on se, että se on sama peli pohjalla, mutta ne vaan työstää sitä. Get smoked. Get smoked. Oh yeah, there's Bluto here. That's gonna be some shenanigans and a half. No, come here, you warrior. God damn you, you foul heathen. Jag skiter i parke. Even more languages to the mix. Ich bin ein YouTube-Streamer. Ich spiele Videospiele. Spyro der Drache. I love how that's not even close to the actual close to the quote. Sanon vaan sen verran, että varo gamer-sanan kanssa YouTubessa. Ne voi oikeesti vaan ydinpommittaa sun kanavan ilman mitään selitystä, jos sä käytät vääriä sanoja. I didn't know there was a fellow in there. Gamerit ovat wokeja. Goddamn woke. Okei. Okay. Venäjän striimat exposettiin bottien käytöstä. Lähes kaikki. Mun mielestä jotain samanlaista kävi ihan maailmanlaajuisessakin Twitchissä. Se oli silleen, että Twitchistä bännättiin kaikki botit ja sit kaikkien striimaajien katsojaluvut vaan murskaantui. Okay, I think I'm gonna continue talking in, like, I'm gonna respond in Finnish. But I'm gonna narrate in English, and if somebody else joins, then I'm gonna translate. But I'm not gonna bother translating if there's no one watching this live. All the VOD watchers can just translate it themselves, I don't care. Yksi ihminen meni striimään palkinto-ohjelmalle ja skenaarion mukaan piti lyödä Venäjän ennätys onlineissa. Mutta oliko se ennätys sitten feikki? Okay, that was a very neat little jump. Mutta Madison nosti 200 000 bottia ja meni kuselle. Hän silti sai palkinnon. Ei Venäjällä kiinnosta epärehellisyys. No tarpeeksi lähellä. Ow, I have been shot. No, get smoked, loser. Let's get the egg in the cove here. Kun ne kaikki varataan samoilta ihmisiltä. No toi on periaatteessa miten Suomessakin ne tubekonit sun muut toimii. Ne on periaatteessa korruptoituneita lähtökohtaisesti. Mikä on aika typerä sana käyttää, koska Suomen YouTubea muutenkin käyttää vaan joku 2 ihmistä niin silleenkin palkinnoksi. On todella maata järisyttäviä. Lakko ei voittanut vuoden tubettajaa. So you can actually do this by just ground pounding the turrets and nothing else. It's a little known fact around these dudes. Get smoked. And you get smoked. Pitää striimata Piritoria. Suomi on maailman onnellisin maa. Onko se edelleen tilastollisesti? Musta jotenkin tuntuu, että se on menettänyt sen. Kaikilla on peukku pystyssä. Wow. Mun mielestä se on ainakin joinakin vuosina tippunut siltä ykkössieltä. Toisaalta mua myös kiinnostaa, miten se edes mitataan. Minä kerran löysin PVtä. PVtä bussissa ei. Mikä on PV? Joku päihde? Alfa PvP. Joo, se oli se uusi huume. Tulkaa ostamaan. Swipeaa ylös. Kato, nuska. Okay, now Sheila section is 100%. Apparently I didn't kill that guy. Also that... I killed neither of them properly. Is there a fella here? No. Okay, down I go. Now I know for a fact that there is a fella there. Okay, I didn't get a jump off of either of them.
You can...
I don't know why I even did that momentum conservation jump there. There was no reason to go for that. Ow, my noggin. Now my brain no work no good no more. Oh, they have an anchor tattoo. I just noticed that for the first time. Let's aggro this guy. Okay, that was a very tiny jump. You can use that to just get the blue though. And there's no one in here, so that was my only opportunity. Okay, let's attempt to empty this out on the first time. I still don't understand how that is a skill point. How does that warrant me a point of the skill variety? No, come here. My posture is very fecal. Okay, I think I've collected everything, but I ought to check 10,000 times, just in case.
Varjus, tunnel of a doom.
Oh, you can actually go in without asking for permission. Can I do this on the first try? Miksei toi lohikäärme vaan lennä ja ota noita munia? Ei tää on realistinen peli. Okay. I thought I actually messed it up. Se on itse asiassa aika hauskaa, miten Spyro osaa erittäin olosuhteellisesti lentää ja taas toisaalta ei. Joskus se tarvitsee siihen power-rappia ja sit Speedway-leveleissä se vaan osaa ilman mitään selitystä. Okei. Okay. Tää on kyllä aika epärealistinen peli. Mä kyllä ainakin oisin tosi vihainen, jos mä pelaisin jotain ja sit kävis noin. There we go. Now it's really dark in my room, that's even funnier. Up I go. Okay, and here... Let the battle commence. Have I taken damage? No, I have not. Ah, screw it, let's just do this. I'm not gonna waste bullets on those fuckers. So, is there an upper limit of 9 here or not? There is not. Oh. Please connect. I can't believe I didn't take any damage in that exchange. Okay, I'm missing so many times. There we go. First try, idiot.
Wow!
Oh, they have a little seashell as their tie. That I never noticed before. Because the joke is that they're seals and also seals at the same time. It's kind of funny. You kind of need a very high IQ to get that one. So the rest of the gems are in the level complete place. So I think these are the final 25 anyway. And they are indeed. Ow, my head, my noggin. My brain don't work too good no more. Jos mä oisin Spyro, niin mä kyllä skämmäisin Hunterin. Okay, so 7 gems. Okay, I have collected everything up to this point, because there are 6 gems in that tunnel, and 6 gems are what I'm missing. DZ. Okay, well, Sparks is having a mental health day, it appears. Doesn't want to do any work whatsoever. Level complete.
Let's head on over to the balloon.
I was just checking Discord. Making sure nobody had DM'd me a bomb threat. Okay, that wasn't even close. I know you can clear that gap without falling in the water. So, Mushroom Speedway. Niin nyt. Tässä on yksi esimerkki levelistä, jossa saa vaan lentää ilman mitään selitystä. Boop, 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 and boop. Smoked. I've done Mushroom Speedway so ridiculously many times at this point that there's little to nothing to commentate about it even. That's how I'm excusing my quietness. And here you are. I love how those sound effects just stack and become the loudest thing in the universe. Sabina. Where's the butterflies? Tää peli on mun lemppareiden joukossa. Mutta edes mä en pysty puolustamaan näitä kisoja. Nää on niin absurdia game designia kuin ikinä mahdollista. Zabiba. No niin. Joo, aika lähellä. Taas menee kielet sekaisin vähän. Meinasin ruveta puhumaan englanniksi. Mutta siis näet sä miten tää kilpailu edes toimii? Kaikki nopeus mitä mä pystyn saamaan on siitä, että mä leikkaan kulmat oikein. Ja että mä osun noihin tähtiin, jotka boostaa mua. I played Elysian Madness. Mä saatan olla jopa nähnyt siitä pelistä jotain. Jos on se hyvin PS1-pelin näköinen juttu, jossa pelataan sillä blondilla naisella tai tytöllä, jompikumpi. Okei. It appears that I'm about to win this thing. Okay, well that one just ate my star boost, so... Okay, the moron's not going for that star. Okay, well that was kind of a clutch victory, but it could have been anyone's game. There was no more steering left to do, so I could have just waited that one out. Hyvin monilla ensikertalaisilla menee tosi monta yritystä saada nämä kisat, koska ne on niin pienestä kiinni, koska siinä on hyvin vähän, miten siihen pystyy vaikuttamaan. Onks toi lohikäärme joku kirabai, kun se tappaa kaikki? Miksei se selvitä tätä konfliktia teekupposen ääressä? Those are the big questions of life. Okay, so now to have a discussion with the fella under the mushroom. Yo, Spyro, have you ever tried shrooms? I think they should legalize that shit, bruh. Yeah. I just made sure that there was darkness behind me. There's a little window in my room. Because this house was designed by a goddamn moron. Now this is what warfare amounts to. I hope you can still hear me over the sound of World War III happening. I don't think this is how it happened. Cheetahs flying army jets. What's up, you nuts? Spygen. What's up, you Spyro? Sä sanoitkin Spyroa. Now it is possible that I still lose this against the final sorcerer. Where is that little fucker? Well, you gotta have a little word with him. No way, the comedy legend is live? He is still live and well. For some fellows that is unfortunate news. There. Fucker thinks he's cute, doing that little backflip. No, I don't actually want to do the time attack. As much fun as it was the first 10,000 times. I think that's us done with Sunrise Spring besides Buzz and the Sparks mission that drags on and on and on. Let me make sure of that fact. Factoid. Yep, everything is in working order. Jesud nousi kuolleista. I have a little non-English speaker in my chat here. And he's just reciting a bunch of nonsensical inside jokes that I couldn't even begin to explain to anyone with a brain. See if you have one of them noggin thingamajigs. You're just not gonna understand it. Jump on that balloon, you. I left my brain at home today. You have one of those? No. Where'd you get it? Bunch of job interviews. But I am home, so I guess it's still here.
Listen, Captain.
Yeah, that's the thing about not having a brain. Your memory kinda starts playing tricks on ya. Guys, I know my brain no work, no good, no more. By the way, since you do know literally everything there is to know about the Spyro IP, you probably know about this, but we're gonna have a little bit of shenanigans with this fellow here. I'm not talking about the plot scene in which we go and stand on top of the volcanoes. I'm talking about the thing where he gets completely stun-locked. Now, I for one suck at this game, so I actually can't pull it off, but there is a universe in which this fucker doesn't get to move. Soon I will go to forest to call Satan in my... How dare you? Is that how you treat a friend? I wanna call Satan. That fucker never calls back. How does he expect to maintain this relationship if he never even returns my calls? This is how we juggle Buzz. You almost feel bad for the fella. Then you remember that one time he was trying to knock you into the lava and all empathy goes out the window. Kuka toi on? Toi vihreä otus vai henkilö chatissa? Koska mä en tiedä kummassakaan tapauksessa. Let's actually just go straight back to Sparks. I'm sorry, fella. 36. 67, 67. Thumbs up if you got the joke. Okay.
Spyro.
I hate 6-7 meme. 6-7 on niin tyhmä. MLG ja YouTube Puupon, ne on fiksuja, mutta 6-7 on... Se on taas tosi tyhmä. I mean, brain rot has basically existed since the dawn of time. Just look at Monty Python. Look at Tom and Jerry. Droopy, Looney Tunes. It's all brain rot. Ne oli! Damn right they were. Mun pitää näyttää sulle joku päivä yksi Dashi YouTube-poop, joka on niin skitso kuin ikinä mahdollista. Yeah, just to explain to not Ripto's father what is going on. I'm speaking Cantonese with an elderly man from Sudan. Autismista tuli liian mainstream. Mä olin Spectrillä ennen kuin se oli edes siistiä vielä. I'm trying to juggle between... My rule of thumb is that I'm gonna keep all commentary about the game in English, but if I'm responding to the fella, I'm gonna switch back to Bulgarian. And let me tell you, switching between 10,000 different languages is quite the brain teaser. Come here, you. Play a hero. I'm wrapping up my workday and then doing things like dishes and laundry. Man, I'm afraid I caught your son doing laundry. All that made-up human stuff. Laundry. Could your kids be doing it? I don't know, for me it's so easy when I'm high. High on paint thinner. Get smoked. Okay, there we go. Isn't this great fun? The peak of entertainment has been provided to humanity. I mean, I've never hated these missions per se, but I can definitely understand the aspect of them not being particularly fun to watch. To anyone with one of them brain thingamajigs. I am being surrounded. Under attack, if you will. Now don't mind me, I'm just here to destroy your place of residence and inflict generational trauma on your people. But other than that, it's like I'm not even here. All these little semantics. Semantics, schmemantics. Get smoked. Okay, I think I did the green room. And the green room is indeed done. I done did the green room. Now into the blue room. I kinda like the fact that they experimented with the color-coded keys and doors. And then they just completely threw that out of the window with the rest of the Spyro's levels. I'm glad they found somewhere to put the intro song, it's a jam. And they just recycled it. See, the prototype actually did have unique songs for all the different Spyro's levels. And then in the finished product they were like, no, we don't like variety. I will tell to my grandchildren what GTA San Andreas was time ago. Back in my day, games weren't AI generated. I'm gonna tell my kids about the might of the 6-7 meme. Whoa, I actually didn't know that. Did you know about juking Buzz? There was one for the one for the midday garden Sparks level is very fast-paced. I'll eventually get the Spyro 2 product for just now getting 2,000 LR dialogue packages. You are the best, lol.
Spyro! These fuckers used to live in harmony. Then Ripto's stupid ass came along and fucked everything up.
Level complete. Alright. Now that is all of Sunrise Spring completed. I actually learned to do the secondary swim in air in Sunrise Spring.
Nice.
Nora onne. It's kind of funny how much stuff was just excluded from the Spyro 3 prototype. They basically admitted to the game not being playtested in the least. Also, look at this little baboon guarding an empty cage.
Spyro!
I just gotta make sure to hit no on here, because this will literally fuck up the entire premise of the challenge if I hit sure here. Hey Spyro, wanna see me do this cool party trick? I can open this gauge door. There's nothing in it, but I can open it for you if you want. Got the key here and everything. I'm not gonna be keeping those 26 gems, by the way. See, I did 102%. Sunny Villa, as I always do. I can actually show how freaky it looks in the Atlas. Did you play new Super Mario? Is there a new Super Mario? I mean, I haven't played any new Nintendo IP in like 30 years. In like 70,000 years. So as you can see, Noel. Sunny Villa is just arbitrarily 102% complete. See, I go the extra mile. You want me on your team. I should put that on my resume, honestly. I actually 102% it. That's the attitude. Nintendo. I mean, I think their downhill pretty much started with Iwata's unfortunate passing. Did that come from the Rhinoc? Yes. I called his trick gem inflation. The game is gonna forget about those gems when I reboot it, but for the time being, it's 102% complete. And even the gem thing that says 400 out of 400 briefly flashed as 405 out of 400 before it disappeared. Which was even funnier. Oh, I didn't know he hovered when he was about to enter a cutscene. It's like, so confused about. No, might be stupid. But I'm pretty sure I didn't just hit triangle in the middle of that little charge. Now this is a hard one. Okay. Thank you for working overtime there, Sparks. Oh no, Ukraina. See, they should have put more global conflict references in this game. I think they were kind of tiptoeing around all the serious news. Come on, Insomniac. We all know Spyro would have been way better if it just had a bunch of very dark themes in it for no reason. Please go out of bounds. Thank you, my fellow. I highly appreciate your contribution to my little escapade here. That's actually intentional. It's like a passage. They put it there for on purpose. I totally forgot about that way to do swim in there. That is the way to do swim in there if you wanna get to Sergeant Bird without providing the greedy bear a penny. I always do the glide through the rock and Headbash Creek version. Okay, now you're just speaking in Moon Runes. Speaking in Cantonese. I didn't know you were fluent in Chinese. Get out, you. LMAO.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Anybody else wanna play a goddamn hero? Now the suspect is armed with a flower pot. And he said he is planning to use it on anyone who tries to pass by. Missä karhui? Se karhu oli tän levelin sisäänkäynnillä. Mutta mä vähän hiilin sen ohitse. Get smoked. Trying to sneak through customs. Now you got a license for that flower pot there, sir?
So,
I've captured the enemy reference. Siegfried? Sigmund Freud? I can't believe they put Mr. Freud himself into this game. Now, how hot do you reckon his mom was? Because all that talk doesn't come from out of nowhere. Like, it definitely gave some heavy projection wise. Leppäkerttu. Ai saarana! So they just put two buttons in this level, in this environment that just explode a door. You see that last time I checked, the purpose of a door was to be multi-use. But I guess the one-time use doors sell more copies. You can make more money if you make them explode on unlock. See, this game is giving me ideas. You thought Moneybags was bad. Now the suspect is armed with a suction cup, and he is prepared to use it. The suspect has been smoked. I repeat, the suspect has been smoked. Ow. Oh, you can actually block the... Will you try Dark Souls? I don't know if I will try Dark Souls. I recommend. I mean, Elden Ring is the game everyone and their mother is recommending, even with guide. I might play it someday. Tällä hetkellä mulla ei ole suunnitelmia, mulla on jo nyt valmiiksi ihan sikaisa Steam-kirjasto pelejä, joita mä en oo ikinä edes korkannut. Mutta se on potentiaalista. Mä en oo täysin sulkeutunut sille idealle, sanotaan näin. Let's go and get that little chest at the beginning of the level. Elden Ring is gebrochen. Dieses Spiel ist gebrochen. Gut. Okay, now fly, my fellow, please. Hold on, penguins aren't supposed to fly. I sure hope whoever came up with that stupid garbage got fired and completely blackballed from the gaming industry. Now, when dealing with an erratic individual holding a flower pot, what you want to do is you want to do your best to de-escalate the situation. Here's method number 1. It may cause some lasting damage onto the person's physical manifestation, but that is a afterthought. Jag sa väl på svenska. Jag surfar på nätet. As context to Noel, in Finland, they forcibly teach you Swedish. And even though I couldn't maintain a conversation, even half a conversation in that silly little language, I still remember a touch of it. But I think I know more German than I know Swedish at this point. And I cannot maintain a conversation to save my life in German either. And then there's this silly little Finnish language. Oh, you fuck. Fuck you, you fuck. No, okay, yeah, just yank me out of my... I was ready to cause some carnage onto the population of this particular location and I just got yanked. I can teach yet Swedish. Ah, thank you very much. Just don't teach them slurs this time. They should learn the basic greetings first before the swear words or dehumanizing lingo. First thing what you did. I don't know, bro. I don't think that's the language of the natives. Doing better than me, I know only the nonsense that is English. I mean, for all intents and purposes, I'm basically merely bilingual. I mean, I'm sure you can also memorize like phrases in other languages, but that's hardly considered actually knowing a language. Ja, dieses Spiel ist sehr episch. Like I can say silly little one-off sentences like that. English is good. Yo, your English is like really good. Do you like speak it or something? Hold on, was that a... No, it was a bird. Sometimes my brain mixes up birds for monetary gain. Boy, has that led up to some awkward situations at the bank. Okay, down with the balloons. Kysyn muuten sitä, että onko Dark Souls 2 niin huono kuin jengi sanoo? Nyt kun puhuit Dark Soulsista äsken. I'm just asking him about Dark Souls series because he recommended that I play it. And since an individual who recommends a game probably knows a thing or two about the game, it turns out it might be a good resource to ask questions about aforementioned game. I don't know, it's science and stuff, it makes it do that. And I'm really taking my... Dark Souls 2 ei ole ihan kanoninen. Okei, juoneltaan, mutta onko se peli yhtä surkea kuin mitä väki sanoo? Pelattavuudeltaan. Mä oon kuullut, että siinä on jotain epämääräisiä mekanismeja ja bugeja, jotka tekee pelikokemuksesta erittäin kyseenalaisen. Sillä se alkuperäinen tekijä antoi sen hoidettavaksi toisille ihmisille. No se selittää jo aika paljon. So what he said was that Dark Souls was passed off to other devs for Dark Souls 2. And that's basically what constituted the downfall of Spyro as well. When Insomniac passed it off to other devs, some funny stuff started happening. Namely, Elemental Bretson somehow Ripto returns. Siellä on kivoja mekaanikkoja ja hassuja bosseja. Okei, eli kaiken kaikkiaan sä tunnut tykkäävän siitä. I mean, I'm willing to give them a chance when I get my hands on a doubloon or two. Preferably more than two. Ihmiset itkevät, koska siellä on tosi vahva taikataistelu, jolla voi spämmiä.
I am not to be flamed by the likes of you. Ja siinäkin on vähän dilemma, koska joskus ihmiset kirjaimellisesti vaan valittaa siitä, että liian vaikea. Mut sitten toisinaan se vaikeus ei ole reilua, kun kaikki Dark Souls-fanit tykkäävät tunkea paiksella miekkoja perseen. Tunkea miekka perseeseen. No niin, pyllystähän. I'm not even gonna translate that, it's gonna be lost on everyone. How is that a green? Oh, the one gem I got in Midday Garden. I was actually like worried about my noggin being completely off center. Jos juoni on ihan absurdi ja ei kovin looginen. No mut peleissä juoni on muutenkin vähän semmonen siinä ja siinä miten tärkeä se oikeasti on. Toki Dark Souls on fantasiapeli, niin siinä yleensä on jonkinlaiset standardit sille, että se juoni on hyvä. No, Sergeant Bird doesn't actually disappear. Forget about it. Oh dear, Spyro, you really should pay up. I think he's fighting for the fjords. Bloodborne on ehkä rakastetuin Souls-like, mutta se on eksklusiivi PSPlle. No, PSPn voi aina emuloida, joten se ei sinänsä ole ongelma. We can partake in some illegal activity. Okay, now where is that na fucker? I would like to have a little word with him. Now this, of course, was a trick. You see, I wasn't looking to talk at all. In fact, I wanted to inflict pain upon his person. I've recycled that joke like 10,000 times and it's still funny. Venäjälle muuten kiellettiin Roblox. Ja se on niin absurdia, koska luulisi, että se olisi nimenomaan sen pedofilia-ongelman takia. Mutta se sen sijaan oli sen, täällä on pelejä, jotka on LGBTQ-ystävällisiä. Silleen... No, prioriteetit. So what we're talking about is the fact that Roblox was banned in Russia. And not because of the abundance of predators, but because of the LGBTQ plus teams. And it's like... America is wrong for the right reasons, Russia is right for the wrong reasons. Because I'm all for preventing kids from playing that godforsaken game. Just... I really think there are bigger problems out there than gays living. You know, forgive me for getting political here for a second. Okay, I'm really getting knee-deep into Midday Garden here. Might as well 100% the home world. Ehkä Medvedev hukkasi salasanan nakkaat, jossa kaikki Venäjän öljyrahat olivat. Joo, Putin, mä löysin uuden tavan käyttää Venäjän vuosibudjetin. So what he said was... The joke's not gonna land as hard when I translate it, but Prime Minister of Russia, Dmitry Medvedev, lost his Roblox account, and said Roblox account had all of Russia's budget in it in Robux. Just laughing at the image.
Hi, Spyro.
You got this secure way to store our money. That's Robux. Roblox Xboxissa oli hyvä erikoisoperaatiosimulaattori. Siellä on aika ajoin oikeasti hyviä pelejä, mutta se on aika pulainen se pelimoottori. Silleen joo, se on ihan hyvä pelidesign-opiskelijoille, mutta ei välttämättä hyvä vaihtoehto sille pysyvälle moottorille. We're just discussing the viability of using Roblox as a game engine. Or that's what I'm discussing. Eikö Unity-pelimoottori suljettiin? Mä en tiedä tuosta. Mitä mä tiedän on, että se muutti niiden säännöt sellaisiksi, että ne tulot jaetaan. Silleen jos peli tienaa tietyn määrän rahaa, niin sitten se menetti tosi paljon suosiota ja mä en tiedä suljettiinko sitä. Basically discussing. He asked if Unity was foreclosed. And what I wondered was that I'm not sure if it was closed. All I know is that they changed their policy to make it so that games now have to share revenue with the Unity firm. And that obviously led to some outcry. And basically crashed the entire company in one swift decision. Because one bald moron in a business suit couldn't use their brain for 2 seconds. And what I don't know is that if that actually nuked the company or not. Se on hyvin mahdollista, että se I used YouTube Vents long time for free, but YouTube make it worse. I fight so long, but I surrender. What is YouTube Vanced? Now I pay YouTube Premium for music listening. I just browse with AdBlock because Google is a shitty company. Where they have a good foundation for stuff, but they just fuck it up with the extra details, don't they? Ow, I am become concussed, my brain no work no more. Is there stuff here? Not anymore, there's not. Oh yeah, let me just take another dip. Yo, Spyro, you look like a goddamn moron. Want me to teach you how to use a fucking ladder? I don't know why I'm swearing like a sailor all of a sudden. I used to be more kind. Now YouTube can find AdBlock on device, they cannot block it, but they make videos low and shit quality. See, I still think that's a fair trade-off. I don't use the YouTube app, I use YouTube on browser, and I have uBlock as a browser extension. And so far it's worked well enough. I have noticed some strange behavior on YouTube's part, but all in all, I find that it works. Miten perässä sä pysyt, kun mä puhun englantia? Käytän välillä vähän kummallisia sanarakenteita. Just asking how well he's keeping up with my English. Are these the final gems? Oh no. My dreams have been crushed. Once more. Mulla on englanti hyvässä kunnossa. No mutta sehän on mainiota kuulla. Okay, just ask me to clarify if I use some obsolete word from the Victorian era. Yleensä mä puhun sitä muijan kanssa ja ne puhuu sitä paskaskin. It's so funny when you try to speak the same language
Or like try to find a common language with somebody who also doesn't speak. So there's like no carryover. So you almost start just miming with your hands. Me? My name. My name. Name. Title. Se on vaikeampi ymmärtää. No niin, no jos on vahva aksentti, niin se myös vaikuttaa siihen, ja sitten kielioppivirheet sun muut heittää aika paljon jakoavimia. Suomea kuuntelen paljon, mutta itse puhuminen on kyllä laskenut. No joo, jos sä et vuoro vaikuta paljon, mut se palaa nopeasti. Niin kuin pyörän ajaminen. Tai nenän kaivaminen. Where are the remaining gems? So I should be missing 36. I mean, that's basically the same as 36. I mean, who am I to judge? Did I get the crate that is heavily reinforced? Aksentti minua ei kiinnosta, ihmiset reagoivat hyvin, jos esittää kohteliasta ja asiallista. No niin, no siis jos vaan osoittaa ihmiselle, että kohtaa sitä. Ikinöitä hui joka sekunti. Saa tehdä enää mitään kivaa. Get noobed. That ought to do it. En mä tiedä, minä osaan esittää. Se on taiteita, minä harjoittelen max-levelillä. Mä osaan esittää ihmistä, joka ei näytä huita joka sekunti. Mut se on vaikeeta. Mutta koko ajan esittää sanoo, että se on selvinpäin. Mä en just vetänyt 3 nuuskausta liuotinta perseeseen. I think that's gonna do it. Hold on, let me just check my progress. So I did Sergeant Bird and I did the Homeworld. And all of Sunrise Spring. Essopillereitä suoraan suoneen. Okay, yeah. So that's gonna do it for this epic Spyro stream in which I didn't pay the bear a dime. I got the first Striped War, which is extremely rare. Milloin 4.20? No, noin 4 kuukautta. Okay, I'm gonna start wrapping things up. Kiitos paljon sinä, henkilö, jonka nimeä en paljasta julkisesti internetissä ilman suostumusta streamiin osallistumisesta. And also thank you to Noelle for being here for some time. I think she's left by now, but for the time being I appreciated her being here. And Nomad, of course, too, hanging out for a little bit in the beginning. Yeah, I bid each and every one of you farewell. Good night, wherever you are.